Achoo!
Long ago, when the pyramids were still young, the Egyptian kings played a game of great and terrible power. These shadow games erupted into a war that threatened to destroy the entire world, until a brave and powerful pharaoh locked the magic away, imprisoning it within the magical millennium items. Now, 5,000 years later, a boy named Yugi unlocks the secret of the millennium puzzle. He's infused with ancient magical energies, for destiny has chosen him to defend the world from the realm of the shadow games, just as the very pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
Card games on motorcycles!
Wow. I mean, in honor of that, I mean, you should have told me so I could have just done, you know, a bit of this on the side, you know. Could have done both of these together, man, with a bit of coordination.
It's time to do.
Yeah. Actually, this has a long build-up to it. Well, alright, then we'll start.
I went to a party once and people started playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
That sounds awesome.
That's when you
In the middle
know.
of the party.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Oh, dude, what happened? Nah, it was totally cool. I used my U-Bell deck to trash some scrubs.
You know, just because I beat you with my U-Bell deck doesn't mean you have to constantly.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Drama.
No, you beat me a few times, and I beat you a few times, but all we know is that Alex didn't beat any of us.
Yeah, yeah, that was like 4 years ago, but like...
I didn't even know you.
What the fuck is XYZ?
No, different Alex.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, no, not you, yeah, this other Alex, we know.
Hashtag my level 8 summon engine dragon deck is a monster.
I had a different dimension U-Bell deck.
I'm sorry, are we
because
playing Dungeons and Dragons, or do you want me to say, oh no, fuck it? Because if you can work a pack of 54 cards into a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, we can fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh right here, right now.
You know what, let's just go on Dev Pro. Okay, the series is over, guys. Let's just imagine we all beat our end boss and killed the Storm King. We're gonna go and play Dev Pro. Tune in next week for Dev Pro.
Wow.
Tune in next week for Dev Pro, bro.
Right.
Jesus.
So, aside from that minor bit of triggering, and you guys... Oh, hang on. This isn't the right kind of music. Hang on. I need my sad music. Or my melancholy music. Here we go. There we go, perfect. So, Rowan, Zaron, Trieze, and Alfie, you have all, and Rhiannon, you have all gone back to the nearest tavern, having been cleared of all charges, thanks to the wonderful heroic efforts of your, of Rowan, no. Of your very...
Not Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan hasn't. Rowan is...
Wasn't I outside the tower? I was not with the rest of the party.
You're walking around.
No, yeah, you were having a like lonely duo with Toruh through the other side of like the prison bars. You know, a couple of hundreds of feet away from one another. Meanwhile, however,
you're having a stroll around. Sorry, carry on.
I'm having a stroll. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, Zaron.
I got you. But while you guys were safe on the outside, on the inside, Rowan had been approached by their old ex that had apparently turned into something of a monster, and had taken Rowan's hand just as a warm-up to the life that's going to be coming up. Speaking of, Toruh, like, you try to, like, you know, keep awake to look after Rowan, but you actually just can't keep awake anymore. You just can't. You pass out as your body just gives in. You truly just like pass out after a bit of sitting on 5 level points of exhaustion. You are truly at death's door. There is nothing you can muster the strength to do, and it feels terrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn it, I misspelled am.
I know, and I had to hear all of the typing as well.
I know, right?
God fucking damn it.
But yeah, during the night, Rowan, after you're like, you start getting consciousness again. There was no way you were getting a night of full rest here after just losing your arm. But after you screamed and cried yourself into exhaustion, you wake up as the sky outside is just peeking towards those very dark purples of the morning sun. And it's this time that your first X chooses to come down again. You also have your tresium on hand, but being a cat, they've been currently trying to nibble at the stump because it's beginning to think that it might be time to eat you now. But it's all good.
Oh
No
god!
bloody loyalty.
Wait, is there like a window?
Breathing.
There is a window with bars small for you, but big enough for your tresium cat to slip through.
Right. Okay. Before like anyone like turns up or anything, can Rowan everything's been confiscated, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No,
All
I've
your
still got my
magic
shit.
items.
Oh, Toruh has stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Does indeed.
Right. Permission to like ask if you have any like writing implements on hand?
Yeah, I do. From the very first session, I went to that shitty place in Nightstone and was like, I'm going to grab a quill and paper.
Okay, do I have your permission to perhaps rummage around on your person to
He
retrieve
is passed
said
out,
items?
and he is not waking up for the purposes of this.
Yeah, but like play as you play it.
Darling, you can have a rummage anytime.
Okay. So yeah, Rowan is going to check Toruh's body for anything that can, anything to write with.
When you
And then-
touch his body, he feels cold. He is like shivering. Every part of him that looks like muscle, after you touch it, it just feels like it's been like putrefied with decay of not being used.
Well,
That's a
pushing
lot of
past that.
huffing and noise coming from you, Sugar Plum. Maybe adjust the mic sensitivity, but continue, Rowan.
I'll put it down.
So yeah, gonna push past that because, yeah, pain and utter terror. Gonna write a message, just like super quick, in still relatively neat handwriting, because Rowan's the kind of person to have very neat handwriting. So like write down SOS, in trouble, in
It's
jail
very
cell.
shaky because you're in shock and pain of losing a hand.
Yeah. So SOS, in trouble, in jail cell, Rowan. And gonna basically like how can I attach it to the cat? Does the cat have a collar?
It does.
Collar, yeah. It's gonna. So I'm gonna slip it in the back of the cat's collar. And I'm gonna tell Lucifer, the cat, to basically go to Rhiannon, because I imagine she would be a magnet to animals. So it's like, yeah, gonna. And I'm gonna casually like nudge the cat out of the window. And
You know when
yeah.
in Winnie the Pooh, Piglet's home is starting to flood, he writes a little letter into a bottle and sends it down? I can't help compare this in my head. Just food for thought, just comparing Rowan to a poor little piglet.
Oh dear.
Yeah, anyhow, I would like an
Oh,
animal
bother.
handling check, as it's really interested in eating your arm.
You can eat my arm later, darling. I'm not going to particularly need it.
Give me that animal handling check.
Yeah, I'm getting my sheet up. Hang on.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm going to check your cat does not consume arm.
I will let the
Oh, the
cat
hand!
consume the arm.
No. Okay, yeah. Okay, that does it. So, the cat
Sweet.
leaves your stump, takes your hand, puts it in its mouth, and then flies off with the letter in hand and your hand.
Well, that's going to get the message across.
That's going to go well.
Well, I imagine, maybe the team are going to recognise Rowan's perfectly well taken care of
is there any, like,
manicured musician's hand.
What was that, Rhiannon?
Rings on it. Any rings or something, because then we definitely
Oh,
be
God!
like, hang on.
Oh, wait. What if that's... Do you wear signet rings on the right hand? Because if
No,
yeah.
you don't. No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do,
Yeah,
sorry.
the Cragsmere signet ring is going to be on that hand. Oh, no, look. Yeah, it will be, because Rowan wears it on the hand now. Ah!
Oh.
Yeah, so you're going to have the ring that Rowan has been wearing on their right hand ever since the change to a winter outfit, which has been quite some time. hopefully you'll recognise that. Plus probably another ring, like maybe a gold ring or something, just because,
Fashion.
classy.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay.
No, that's
Mm,
awesome.
fashion.
So you do all
Yes, sir.
that, and as your cat
Awesome,
just
so
like
check,
slips off
but
out of the
good to
prison,
know.
thank you. As your cat Tresium flies off with your hand hanging in the sky, and it kind of swoops down, you hear the metallic stiletto-like heels of your first ex. Remind me her name again?
Jacintha Lathcool.
Jacintha. Yeah.
Jacintha.
Jacintha.
I'll type it in. There you go.
Jacintha. I'm gonna call her Rose, and that's only because of the red rose with black thorns that she has become, and it'll be easier for me to say.
Jacintha.
But her name is still Jacintha.
Jacintha.
It's kind of like
Just
what
call
do
her
you
the
call it?
Rose or something.
Call her Sin.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Or
Yeah,
Jace.
It's not that evil.
Ja
so you call her
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yeah, if I think Cynthia and added Ja, like Jar Jar Binks in the beginning, I get through it quite easily. So yeah, Jacynthia then will continue to make her way down, and she quite quietly makes her way around you. Her presence already is striking a lot of terror as she drags her weapon, a great sword, right around her. She doesn't mind it scraping across the floor, and the floor will give way to its supreme sharpness. And she simply just takes her time in there. She comes around you once again, looking at you all the while. Alright, all I heard was Zaron close the door or something. However,
No, I dropped
as
something.
nothing would be said, she will go down to you and go, "What? No more fancy words now? I thought you'd have endless amounts."
Well, I imagine no matter what I say right now, the outcome's going to be the same.
Good, you're getting it now. I'm glad that you're starting to come to terms with it. So, I tell you what. And she kneels down as she comes. You know what? She kind of straddles above where you're sort of seated, but you are in a inclined position. So it's not like she's sitting on you. It's more like she's squatting above your waist. Don't take it out of context like I'm thinking. Just know that she's come right down there, and she's very imposing now, with one hand sort of reaching out and holding onto the dais, as the spikes from just her gauntlet is like slightly stroking your hair back over your ear, completely by fluke. And she goes in to whisper quietly, "So, where do you think you and I will be going next, my love?"
I imagine to the church, and then on a wonderful honeymoon wherever you like. And after that, well, you did say you have your own place now, right?
I do. And we're gonna give that church a miss. And we're gonna go to another church that I've happened to find. So tell me, Rowan, what do you know of a place called Menzoberranzan?
Oh my god, out of character.
Yeah.
In character, I don't know if Rowan would know, but no.
Give me a history. Yeah, I'm glad you're liking this.
I only know that because of Eris, that's why.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Yeah, so you do recall that Menzoberranzan is the capital city of the Drow. But what's more, and a key point to you, it is in the Underdark. The capital city of Dark Elves, in the dark, abyssal caverns of the ever-winding, sunless Underdark. And she will go on to say that, you see, down there, you are worth less than the dirt beneath my shoe. Now, on the surface, perhaps some of your former family members might not like how I treat you. It may cause a stir. Still, nobody can appreciate how much more important I am in this relationship. They don't respect the wife's dominance. But down there, they understand how things work, how they really should work. and they won't give a second eye how I treat you. In fact, they will probably applaud me for it. You'll be my personal little bitch boy, Rowan. No, I'm gonna forget that. You're Ander. You were mistaken to think you were anything other than the man who walked out of my marriage. No, you are Ander Cragsmere, and you will suffer Ander Cragsmere's fate in the place of endless night. I will be the sun in your life, and I will burn you every possible day I can. Still, I see you're already getting to terms with these things. Your punishments will be lightened for it, Rowan. Oh, I have to make it into the habit of getting that name out of my head. I've just had so many reports that I've had to chase up about it that I've come to know you a bit as it. Still, maybe the more I beat you, the more I'll beat your old name back into my head. Kinda like beating out your new identity until there's no part of it left. Until no one can remember the name Rowan. Just my personal slave, Ander Cragsmere. Still then, when the middle of the day comes, you and I will be on our way. I'll be collecting my things up and I'll come back for you very shortly. I hope you'll be thinking of me, Ander. And she'll begin to make her way back out. Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. As soon as she's gone, oh wait, there's nothing. I was gonna say maybe try and wake Toruh up, but that's probably not for the best.
You do your absolute best to wake Toruh, but nothing is waking him right now.
Right. I guess then time to just hope and pray that my boy Lucy actually gets the word out in time.
It's at this point that a huge boulder bashes through your side of the cells and opens up a large opening where the morning sun begins to ride. But we're actually going to skip back a bit. And we're going to skip back to the night prior when everybody was kind of sitting around trying to figure out how to get you guys out. So Zaron, Alfie, Rhiannon and Trieze, you had all gone back to a local bar and you paid for a night stay. Didn't cost you too much. But wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Wake me up. Oh, I need to save that song. I need to save that song.
No. As I recall last session, Zaron, Alfie and Rhiannon were out with the prison. Trieze was the one who fucked off to a tavern.
Okay, then sure. Basically, it's time for you guys to plot about how you want to get your guys out. If anything, Severn's warnings of the justice system here being, screwy, seems to be in effect as they have still managed to take Toruh and Rowan and kept them in the prison. And after a little while, the tresium that you know distinctly is Rowan's Lucifer arrives back to your possession, Rhiannon. And the cat sort of puts the hand down to start eating it, and your boars, being boars and omnivores, will begin to try and nibble at the hand too. And they kind of each have a turn going at each figure.
No.
They squeal as they are, not happy that you're telling them not to eat that hand.
Maybe later, but this is a hand. this is definitely a crime, guys. Something.
They kind of pull off.
I want to go on that hand.
Wow!
Look.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Please.
They know what's good.
Okay.
Okay, please don't eat the hand.
While they are eating the hand, though,
No.
they pull off one of Rowan's signet rings of the Cragsmere family.
I would recognise it, would I? At least as Rowan's ring.
Yes, yes you
I'd
do.
want to recognise it as a signet ring, wouldn't I?
Yeah, and you'd yeah.
But you
Well,
fucked off to a tavern. Or wherever these guys aren't. So yeah, hand and clear signs that Rowan's in trouble. What do you guys get up to?
This is not.
What do you think we should do? Because this is a severed hand. It looks tasty,
No.
and I
There
don't.
was a note.
Yeah, there is a
Yes.
letter on it. On the Tresium mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna
oh.
steal all the other rings. I'm gonna steal all the other rings off the severed hand and pocket them.
I guess.
How many rings were there on that?
You, Rowan,
I
you
take
were
both.
just
Dead
saying
for
a
all we
moment
know.
ago they were
I
gold
take
rings.
Right.
I take all of them and I wear them on my right hand because they're my
Hang
rings
on.
now.
Let me just double check how many Rowan actually has.
You sort
Right.
that out, and you
That's
can
fine.
text it to.
Zaron likes his bling.
Yeah, you text that to Bling. You text that to Bling? You text that to Zaron. Anyhow, yeah, so
The cat. I stroke the cat.
yeah, the cat still wants to eat the hand, but you know, it's done its job. It's giving you a letter. It's having its reward.
Okay. There's a letter. This is
Al-
slightly gooder news.
Alfie is kind of feeling quite sick as, you know, the pit in her stomach she has
To
is
distract
overwhelming.
yourself. It's like trying to fight off these animals from a hand.
Wow.
Ah, please stop eating the hand.
They
Right, I'm gonna just
really-
pick up the hand and I'm gonna grab the hand away and I'm just gonna hide the hand from the animals.
Okay.
Do you hide it
Please don't
in
eat
your
the
stomach?
hand. Please don't eat the hand.
Huh?
Do you hide it
What?
in your
I'm not
stomach?
gonna eat the hand.
You hide it in your stomach.
I give it. I lick the stump
Oh,
because
it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so good.
I lick the stump.
It's
I want to
so-
know what sort of thing. I want to know what sort of thing cut this hand off. I want to know what sort of cut
Ah.
was it. Was it like
Now, the reason it's so
a
tasty,
cauterizing?
yeah, the reason it's so tasty is because it kind of feels like it was burnt, and you know, a bit of bacon effect going on there.
Hold on. You're saying that Rowan tastes like bacon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm not a cannibal,
Rowan
guys.
is a pig.
I don't eat humans. Just pointing it out. This is all survival reasons.
That's
You
okay,
meant to do
Rowan,
this.
Rowan.
Okay.
Yeah, but-
So
Yeah,
you
but Rowan might be alive and might want that back.
Yes.
Yes, but I'm hungry now,
God, you're terrible.
and it's either that or the cat.
Don't eat the
the
magic
cat.
cat, Rowan.
Eat the
We'll
cat.
do a stab in.
Leave the hand.
Okay.
Alright, now
So-
then.
What does the note say?
Well, it reads exactly as Rowan wrote it. It says, "Help, please. Need to get out. Help."
Huh.
SOS, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Silence.
I have a plan. I have a plan. It's going to require explosives and a trebuchet and a boulder.
Yeah, nice one. And
And 3 grease.
I'm gonna use time warpy bullshit to say we're gonna need a boulder for this.
wonderful.
So
A
let's-
voice will pick up behind Rhiannon as he
Wait.
says, "I have a trebuchet and boulder all lined up."
Fuck.
who's this? Who's this
This
prick?
That'd be
is
seven.
7.
Rapey Cole.
I don't-
Maybe Carl.
I don't know who he is.
Well,
He's the assassin dude who none of us like.
yeah.
Other than
I like him.
Atreus. Yeah, other than Atreus. 'Cause Atreus-
He's right behind you, Rhiannon. It's
I'm
always
prepared.
slipping in as he's just like, "Hey, little one, been missing
Fuck
you."
off.
I'm right. Okay, I see that he's giving a bit of the rapey stare, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, you have a trebuchet.
That's a
I just got
really
to stand in front of them.
yeah. You have to
And I'm like-
absolutely pull Rhiannon away, and
Yeah,
you do-
I'm like,
yeah.
you move over there. You have a trebuchet and a boulder. I like your style.
I do.
We need it. We want to shoot it at the tower. We want to get him out.
That's absolutely possible. So when you're looking at this
Well,
man, you
let's
see a
do
hooded,
it. Let's go.
you see a hooded figure, and within that hooded figure, you see a fairly well-groomed man, but he's kind of got some mutton chop hair that goes into some really furry, scruffy beard and mustache, with some fairly thick eyebrows too. He's kind of got some brown hair, but he's got very thick spotches of it. I want you to think Bayon from Lord of the Rings Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah.
He's got some of these issues going on. or Bigby from Wolf
Yeah.
Among Us. With that being said, he goes, "Yeah, we can absolutely do that. The issue, though,
Well, let's go.
hang on. The issue, though, is that once they're out, they're going to be carting around that ball and chain with that anti-magic spear all the way to wherever they go. We're going to need the key for it.
Yeah.
And in a
Okay.
separate place, there's also the matter of getting Rowan's stuff back. If you leave it, though, this would make it much easier."
Well, she can't wield some of it because this is her hand. I show the hand.
You wave with the hand.
We don't know. I wave the hand
Yeah.
like Pennywise in the new It movie. I
Oh,
sort of wave
God.
it at him, and I'm like, "So there's something going on in there. I don't know if there's torture, but they don't. They're now handless. We need to get them out as soon as possible because this is tasty." And
I don't trust myself with such good meats.
yeah, yes.
Nice.
I
Awesome.
had to do many things to survive. That's all I'm going to say.
He will look at you
that
with
poor
like
family.
some. Yeah, he will look at you with some interest as he goes, I can respect that.
Just when you
Oh, it's
thought
fine,
you
they
couldn't
were
get
all
any
bad.
food,
He's just like,
I can respect the notion of eating hands.
yeah, absolutely. So he goes, well, alright then. I know how we can get, your friends out from their prison cell. But getting the ball and chain off them requires finding the key, and getting Rowan's stuff back requires a whole other issue. I can do maybe one of these things, but if you want to attempt the third, you're going to need to help me out.
Okay, just tell them what we have to do. I want to get my bro out of there. And maybe the
If it
bitch
helps,
who doesn't
Rowan.
have a hand anymore.
Alright, well, both suggestions involve one of you infiltrating the Lord's house.
I was thinking of that.
Of course! Why didn't I think of it? Oh God,
Because
why
nobody
didn't I
thinks of
think of it?
us.
Oh, that's
I was
beautiful.
going for that.
That's brilliant. Of course. it would be
Anyway,
Llamas.
so
yeah.
what do we need to do, man?
Well, like I said, either I can grab the keys or I can grab Rowan's equipment while my associate lines up the shot to get them all out. But if you want,
Okay.
if you want something else, you're gonna have to assist me, and we all go in separate directions.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the people who are with me. It's Rhiannon and Alfie, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ask them. Should we go and get the stuff? Because magic users, I can. Magic is not good with you guys, and they probably, if they have that crystal, the guy who has the key probably has another magic dampening thing. Because it would be stupid if he didn't.
So he's actually going
Let's
to
go and get her stuff. Let's go and get
Your-
Rowan's stuff.
Your guy is gonna perk up and say, "Actually, no. That gem is far more precious than it may seem. It is so rare.
Awesome, I'm gonna
that
eat it."
I can respect that. It may have really negative effects on you, but all the same, though. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. You wouldn't think that happens often with me, but I don't often come with a man who's so gluttonous with things. But I can. Get on
It's
board
not
with
gluttony, it's curiosity.
it. Okay.
No, it's gluttony, man.
You just really want to eat some
Do you want me to
fucking
eat you?
hands.
Bring it on.
No Vol, guys. No Vol right
I
now.
will reanimate
Anyway,
the chunks of hand in your stomach.
I ask Mr. Man, what would he rather do? Would he rather steal the shit or the key? Because I don't
would
mind.
like to
I'm
steal
flexible.
the key, because I'm already a part of their watch.
Cool. You go steal the key. Where's her shit? Where's her own shit?
That will be in the High Lord's treasury.
Right. Where's that?
Now that, I don't know. It will require somebody to get... I know it's to the bottom of the castle keep. I know it will be kept... I believe that it will be kept towards the Lord's more private chambers. It'll be the other
Right.
side of the estate, though, as it were. So while we're all busy toward the prison side, somebody will be going towards the leisurely side and will be, you know, trying to do all that stuff there.
Yeah, we'll go and grab Rowan's stuff.
Yeah.
I recommend one of you do this. One may get away with it.
Okay.
The crowd is always more difficult. Plus, I'm gonna need the remainders to be ready for getting your friends out of the prison.
I'll do it. I'll go get it.
Very good. I can respect that. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm afraid the day, children, is I can respect that.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, my charisma is shit.
By the way, Zaron, you're looking for a certain deacon, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's
All
saying
my
that.
life.
Severn's saying this. So this stranger already automatically knows this about you.
How do you know of the deacon?
Severn has a Pokédex.
No, he will reply with, this sort of group has turned into something to keep good tabs on. I've kind of been doing multiple things, but keeping tabs on you all is one of those things. I just needed to tell you that your deacon won't be found around here.
He won't be found around here.
Correct. He's moved way far on.
Moved?
Yeah.
What do you mean moved? You mean he was here?
Yes, he has, and yes, he was. If you want to seek him out,
He's just, Zaron's just going to stare blankly, and he's going to have a flashback.
Everybody has an out of body experience where you all fall into the Zaron's twirly eyes, and you're taking for a trip into this flashback. And yeah,
is it? Can I flash back to the court scene?
In reality,
to the
dude, are you okay?
thing from yesterday, and him saying that the deacon was there. Does it spark something? Do you want me to do a check? Do you want me to do a check for that?
No, it all comes together.
I'm like,
it was him, but much older.
What did he say? What? My nose starts bleeding.
What? Why?
Bleed, I assume. I hope.
Out of pure anger,
wow.
my nose starts bleeding.
Wow,
Yeah,
anime trope turned to rage trope. Wow, that's really cool.
Where did it go?
You have an inspiration
where did it
point. So he will apply. He's in negotiations with the fire giants. And you guys, that rings a bell, as that was the guy you saw that was dealing with the fire giants back at Nesme. So when I told you had seen him, you exactly had, just before Zaron joined the group. Anyhow, he will say he can be found to the far, far north, right around some of the Citadel Adbar and Citadel Felbar Kingdom of Dwarfs, in the Silver Marches. Look along the Ice Spires mountains, and there you shall find a place inhabited by Yak folk in Iron Slag. It's here that you will find your deacon.
I'm going to get the stuff now. I'm going to go and get the stuff now. We'll talk about this later.
Also, I'm sorry to the rest of the
point me in
group. Please go on.
I'm going to turn to Rhiannon now. I'm like, all right, I'm a little bit angry, so I might be a little less stealthy than I wanted to at getting the stuff back. I should go and find the idiot who got us into this mess in the first place. But I'll go and find Trieze, and I'll get him to come along. You two help with the trebuchet.
Yes.
And can I walk off? Shall I walk off and try and look in the bars for him?
And for Alfie, Rhiannon, and for Alfie and Rhiannon, Seven will basically say, "This way then, my dears. Your friend has been waiting outside for you for quite a while. But don't worry, he will help. Should be a familiar face, I think. Anyway, we're gonna drop that there, and we're gonna go straight to Zaron. You go to Trieze to a tavern. Trieze is sort of quietly having some sips of wine, as he has just recently been spoken to by his dead dad, who he burned the remains of, inadvertently or advertently.
Trieze is having a rough day.
He's had a very rough day.
Actually not wearing his mask, it's just...
I can't say any clothes.
Okay, right. I'm gonna sort of not kick down the tavern door, but just sort of walk in super serious, like, and just call for emo boy.
Oh wow. Do you just choose silence?
Yeah, because I'm seriously going to answer to that. Really?
Pyromaniac boy!
The whole tavern will turn at that to see, like, Trieze, as they're all thinking it, but you're saying it.
Shit's going down. We need to go.
Whatever.
No, not whatever. I throw him the hand. I throw the hand at him.
Throwing me
at his face.
Yeah, listen. You are slapped by the gnawed hand of Rowan as it flies across and hits you across the face. Everyone in the tavern gasps in shock, and they all start to, like, back out as they are creeped to fuck. The hand knocks over your drink as it hits the counter.
Congratulations, Muppets. You're going to get us arrested again.
No, we're not going to get us arrested.
The severed fucking hand. You've thrown a hand at
me. See, that hand is Rowan's hand. Rowan has somehow got a hand cut off, yeah. Then we got a message from the cat, and the cat was trying to eat the hand, but I took the hand away because I wanted to eat the hand. And then I think his name was Severin.
Oh, fuck, Severin. Fine, just... What's the options?
We need to go and steal Rowan's stuff. And I thought I'd take you along because it's at that Lord... I need your help here, bud, because it's at the Lord's place.
What can I do? How am I supposed to help with this?
You can use your beautiful face and get us through places, because I'm not in the best mood. I'll start punching people out.
Again,
how?
Were you not here for the trial where I was basically demoted and ejected from any sort of seat of office or power that I may have? So I can't do shit.
Yeah, but if we just... Because we can just kill the Lord in his sleep. Then you could take his place.
No, I can't. That's not the stipulation my stupid dad left in his stupid will, is it? I have to become a fucking hero. Which is, again...
This is how you become a hero! You save the prisoners.
This is how you become a hero. Murder.
I feel like your stipulations on how to become... Oh, how do you become a hero? Murder. You've been murdering people for like 4 months.
Yeah, but murdering people from within the city.
So I'm gonna suggest a narrative for you, Trieze. You've been demoted, so then now that you have cleared of all charges, you're going to be going like, you're going to catch up with the Lord, and you're going to say, I will be moving on then. I just wanted to know how the estate will be treated and how the maid shall be looked after. And
I don't give a fuck about them.
Yes, but in the context of getting this done and also how you could help out.
Oh,
you want to get the story moving, dude.
So send me to the trebuchet.
If that's what you want, then...
Look, okay.
Hold on, you're
cut out. You're still cut out, but... Yeah, anyway.
It's fine. Okay. I get extremely angry. I snatch the hand back. And I'm like, fine, don't come with me. Go to the trebuchet. It's near the tower. I'll go and deal with the Lord and get all Rowan's stuff myself.
Fine.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, so Alex, it's no difficult job for you to get back, and Severin seems to walk in step with you out of nowhere as he then begins to lead you out of the city, and he just gives you gentle directions left and right here, and he takes you out, and you see a familiar sight. But put a pin in that. Zaron, you come up to the High Lord of Loudwater's mansion, the same place where the trial was held. Now, all you know about this place, because you are a local to the area, was that this is High Lord Telbar Zazvek, a human mage who was a former retired adventurer, and he seemed to get some sort of power and standing in Loudwater. You don't like him, because he absolutely fucked over your tax situation and whatnot, but...
Oh yeah, I know.
You come to the front gates where there's naturally some guards there. They don't give you the full halt, what's your business, but they will be quietly at attention, waiting to hear what you have to say.
Okay. They can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna throw the hand, and I was hoping they would notice. I was gonna throw the hand somewhere, and then I was gonna sneak past. But anyway, I go up to the guards.
Okay, yeah. They simply give you a well.
May I pass through to the Lord to see the Lord tonight? I have pressing matters. I must talk with him.
They look at each other because your, recent trial is not outside the realm of possibility, and they will say, "What's your business?" That we shall ask the Lord for permission.
I have new evidence has come to light, and I would like to. This might completely backfire on me. I think, but I need to talk to him about some of the things said in the trial, and about one of the. He wasn't a witness, was he? The deacon. He was. He was just. He was a.
Yeah,
he
was.
Was I want to.
He was
I want to talk about one of the
adjudicator.
prosecutors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to talk about one of the prosecution. I fear that he has let something into this town that is pretty damn bad.
Okay then. Well, alright then. So the guards let you in and they take you to a parlor. It's obviously night shift hours, and while the two follow you in and another set from the guardhouse towers come down to replace them, the two come in and the first one will say, "Wait here with my lieutenant in command, and I will see if Telbar is ready to see you, if he is willing." He leads his way off, and you have this awkward moment of standing quietly with the other guard. He looks younger than the one who just left, and he's just not making eye contact. He's quite nervous of you, but
it's quite a nervous situation. I'm never seen a Teflon before. I'm just gonna make small talk.
He's kind of just yeah, I never have. It's I try to be open-minded about these kind of things, but sorry, I don't think I could put this to good words. Basically, I want you to imagine the kind of conversation that usually is what we discuss about with racism, basically. And he's just trying to be open-minded and shit. He's giving all the responses I've got a tiefling friend, but I built that trust over...
I have, so do I, man, so do I. I mean, we hardly ever eat people anymore, so it's fine.
Now, I will explain to you that it's one guy, on the spot.
Yeah.
If you want to start doing your thing, you don't want to be caught up with the High Lord, and you don't want to be caught up by other guards. You kind of want to be doing your thing and rushing in and out. That's at least...
Yeah, how tall is this guy? Is he my size?
He's smaller.
Oh. Would his armor fit me?
Keep in mind that if you take your armor off, it may lead to some issues. You have good armor.
Okay,
you have magic armor on, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I've got a +2 breastplate. I'm gonna ask him something. what's the pay like on the night shift, dude?
Actually, I'm gonna sneeze, so 1 second. Thank you. Oh, blessing. Okay, so yeah, he is just gonna be saying like stuff like, actually, no, we do get into the platinum values every once in a while, and it's not so bad actually. It was really hard to adjust to, like.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a mercenary. I make so much money, like, and I do like to, you know, give people I quite like a little bit of extra, if you know what I'm saying. This isn't not trying to bribe you. I'm just saying I'm quite the wealthy dude. This is not a bribe. But can you? That was our character. I'm not trying to bribe him, by the way. I'm just saying.
I really wish you were. I really wish you were.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and. Okay, I'm just gonna say. So, do you know what? Did we were at the trial? Did you hear about the trial that happened yesterday?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Well, I was there. I was assisting. I was co-counsel to Shinton Toruh, attorney at law. So if you have any legal problems, I'm sure he could help you out. He's currently with another client, but he's sure if you. I mean, do you have a family, my man?
I kind of have a girlfriend, yeah.
He's a family guy.
That's great, man. How long have you been with her?
Just over a year now.
Oh man, I mean, you know what? Life, that's really good. I'm glad that you have someone who you can share. But you know, life's short. I mean, everyone could have been killed by giants a few days ago, and I almost got killed by giants a few days ago. So I know. Take from me, one of the guy who killed a giant and scared a giant half to death from hiding in a bush. That life is really short, and if you truly love this woman, you should marry her.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
I mean, I know what rings are like, man. I did come from like fighting pits, and bling is everything, but I happen to have quite a nice selection of rings with me right now. You wouldn't want to maybe.
Yeah, he's noticing
I sort of flash
the Kragsmere insignia ring you're wearing, as he's just like, hold on a sec, isn't that the Kragsmere's insignia ring?
It is. It. I look at it and I'm like, yes, it is. Why'd you ask?
Because doesn't it not belong to you?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! This ring completely belongs to me. I go under the rules of finders keepers. Yeah, adoption. I was adopted by the Kragsmeres.
Give me a deception check now, please. I want a deception.
I so want this to go through.
Please.
Rip.
Do you want to, brother Genji? Oh my God! If only. Oh, this is too good. Oh.
Spend your inspiration to get the advantage.
Does he not buy it?
Probably
Wait,
not.
Are you spending your inspiration to give him advantage, Toruh? Is that what you're saying?
From prison.
Well, I was saying he should do it, but if you want me to, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Because I'm also unconscious in a prison cell, so.
All right.
Rolling connection.
No, you're
Toruh
not.
astral projects
Okay.
his inspiration.
We're not
Listen.
Ishizu and Ramos right now.
Listen,
we can't do
you're
that.
not Ishizu and Ramos, but listen, the guard just is like, oh shit, really? Oh wow. No, all right then. No, brilliant then. I'm so sorry, Lord Kragsmere. I had no idea.
It's fine, man.
Guards, right?
I go under the radar sometimes. I usually wear gauntlet, but I had to take it off to come in here. Policy. You must know how it is. You can't let anyone with weapons come in.
Well, no, listen, listen, Lord Kragsmere. I believe as a Kragsmere, you can come in and go as you please. No, please, I can escort you right to the Lord or anywhere else if you may like. I mean, as a Kragsmere, you're more than entitled to.
Yeah, I do need to talk to the Lord, yes, but my brother Ander Cragsmere goes by Rowan now. It's a thing. They're currently awaiting transportation back to my family. I'm sort of here to make sure everything goes smoothly. They have some scores to settle, but their stuff was taken from them, and I need to reclaim it back. Would you show me where that stuff is, please, dude? It would be such a help.
Of course, Lord Cragsmere, of course. And he will begin to start taking you off to the treasury, basically.
Before I ask, I say, what's your name, my man?
My name is Ander.
Huh! What?
Funny name.
What a coincidence!
Using them.
Yeah. My
what a
name
coincidence!
is also Ander.
I thought that when you were saying about the Cragsmeres, but honestly, just coincidence, I swear.
I know, right, man? You're a swell dude.
Well.
Take me to the place.
Yeah,
Take
absolutely.
me now.
Yeah, take me now, Ander.
Take me right here, right now.
So yeah, he will just basically start to like lead on, and yeah, you go through like the estate library. It's just like night shift hours, ghost serving teams are tending to things here and there. But you are led through, and you're taken to the treasury, and holy shit! You ever see DuckTales?
Woo!
Yep, I fucking love DuckTales.
It is a money pile. It has a vault, and it is a money pile, but you can actually see the floor to these piles. They reach high, but you can actually see to the floors, and there are chests aplenty. But on top of one, like, ornate little table, there is Rowan's stuff. And he goes, please, right over here, Cragsmere. And please remind your family that we are greatly indebted for all of their financial contributions.
Oh, it's fine. Trust me. If it's one thing I know about the Cragsmeres, is that they are so generous and they are so loving.
Mm.
And no, I'm not, because they took in a pure slave Tefling boy.
Of course.
I mean, that
anyway,
is an Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt thing to do.
Yeah. So I grab the stuff and I gather it all up. And before I leave the vault, first off, do I notice anything else interesting about the vault, or is it just money and Rowan stuff?
Quit whilst you're ahead.
Gems glistening with the fire crimson of your own, well, not your own skin. I think of your own eyes? No, your eyes are purple. Never mind that.
I'm purple.
Okay, beautiful violet gems that glitter for each eye that you are looking at them. There is platinum coins stacked beautifully. There are small boxes with various metal dusts of pure, rich ores. There's like a fruit arrangement, and every piece of fruit on there is like transformed to gold to be like a golden fruit platter.
Right. I know the exact problem with this. This is not DuckTales. This is from Aladdin. I'm going to touch it. They're going to turn to lava. No, I'm just going to grab Rowan's stuff and get out there.
Well done.
That's a trap. It's definitely a trap. I'm like...
There's a big golden monkey holding a massive watermelon-sized ruby.
I'm going to plan a heist. I'm going to grab Rowan's stuff, and I'm going to walk out the vault. I'm going to walk out the vault with my new friend. The voices are back again.
Imagine if all of this was in character and you just yelling at yourself, and the guy's like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Yeah, I know. Okay, so you actually successfully get to leave with the stuff. Just as you're at the parlor, the guy is like, please, by all means, sign these, excuse me. Let's sign these pieces off here, and, I don't see any reason to keep you any longer, Lord Cragsmere.
The fact that you keep calling you Lord Cragsmere, something's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
I take off not the main ring, but I take off one of the other rings and I put it next to him. I'm like, you know what to do with this, man. Life's short.
He looks absolutely baffled by that, as he's like, my lord, you must be confused. This is yours. You're gonna need this, right?
No. I take off one of the other rings.
Oh.
Well, not one of the old gold rings. Yeah, not the signet ring.
He looks at it with still equal confusion, and he's like, my lord, why do you give me this?
For your lady friend.
Because, yeah, it's for your girlfriend. We could have all died. Listen, if I had a companion for as long as a year, they usually don't hang around that long, and especially in this crazy world, if it's anything I know is that life's too short to just wait for stuff. So.
Billy bullshitter.
You're soft. You really are.
No, I love it.
Anyhow.
Emotional manipulation is the best.
He will.
I just say,
thank
you, Ander. I say thank you, Ander. I gather the things and I start to walk away.
It's at this point you do hear the sound of the older guard that had left you. He goes, I'm terribly sorry for the wait over there. I was just dealing with the Lord. He was not in the mood to be woken up. He sees you like turning out and he goes, oh, you're leaving? I just woke him up. He's going to be expecting you.
And now you're screwed.
All sorted, mate.
Should I do... I mean, I have all the stuff. Does he know I've got the stuff?
He does not.
Just say it's all sorted, you left it with him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to say, it's fine. I wrote a testimonial. I left it with Ander the guard.
He kind of looks like...
Trust me, we'll be in the other room. I left it with the young guard. It's truly fine.
He's here with you. He's
so
here
sorry
with you.
Oh, okay. I thought I was in another room. And okay, so I just look at I'd look at Ander for sort of some encouragement. Like, are you not going to tell him who I am?
He is truly under the belief you are Ander Cragsmere, and he will be just like he will simply go, I'm sorry, there must be some confusion. Lord Cragsmere here was just on his way after collecting for his family.
I nod. I nod and just slightly back away, just very subtly.
Show the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I flash the ring. I imagined it was on show for everyone.
Right. Yeah. So the guard comes down and he goes, well, all right then. Let's see you got the documentation filled out correctly. He takes it off Ander as he kind of like gives a halfway. Oh, where did you get that ring? Oh, it doesn't matter. He starts to read some of the documentation, and he's like, yeah, all fair play here. Yeah, fair play. Your handwriting's going a bit hair. You've forgotten Article 50 here. Excuse me. So he then is like, so you're a Cragsmere then, yeah?
Yeah. Adopted Cragsmere.
Adopted since after the trial?
No. Since after the trial. No, I was. I have been a Cragsmere since I was on the run. Before I was adopted, I used to live in Zelbros. Some crazy stuff. It's very hard for me to say, but I made my way away, and I was sold as slaves, different places, and finally, one of the Cragsmeres was on an outing with my brother Ander Cragsmere, Rowan now, and they took a liking to me, and they wanted to buy me, and so they did.
As you're talking through all this, he's giving like his arms folded, and he's going,
But I have been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been. Yes, I've been but when I came of age, I left to seek my fortune. I loved my parents dearly, and all they gave me was this ring to remind me where I came from. But I've been sort of undercover. I'm fighting giants now, man. You don't want everyone to treat you right in this world sometimes.
Interesting. You see, the reason I was confused was because there was a tiefling Zaron Treshin that was at the trial yesterday. I thought it might be you, and it would make sense that it might be you since you're here for one of the Kragsmere stuff. But I remember the Treshin family. They did a couple of horticulture stuff that we owe our crops to. I remember them. So,
yeah.
I do remember they were a family of tieflings
Zaron,
too.
Yeah. Yes.
Give me
Zaron,
a perception check right now, please.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. How the fuck does he... Yeah, hang on. Yeah, good.
Hey.
So, that is an excellent roll.
Oh, that's a crit.
Well, almost.
That's a crit.
Almost. That's a 19.
No. I've got improved crit.
It's only for attacks.
Oh.
Yeah, only for attacks.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wish improved crit worked for other things.
That would make you OP.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
Anyhow,
okay, so it's...
Now, what you learn from that roll is the following. He knows who you are. He's onto you. He's onto your bullshit. And he's going to let you get away with it. He's absolutely messing with you.
He works for Zaron.
Oh, yeah, it's Rapey Carl's dude.
Yeah, so I'm picking this up. I'm like, yeah, the Treshin family were good. I'd take my alias from the Treshins, seeing as I was from Zelbros. So
and they're all dead.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, listen, Lords Kragsmere, this was completely a mistake, I guess. I imagine you got other places you need to be getting on with.
Hello?
Yeah,
he said he imagined you got other places to get on with and to go.
Oh yeah. Some may say, I'm trying to think of a good pun here. Yes, I do have other places to be. Places to be.
People to eat.
Boulders to shoot. Hands to eat. You know what tieflings are like. And we all have a giggle.
He does not have a giggle. And will have a giggle, though he tries not to.
Because he's a racist.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how tieflings are. Anyway,
Trieze has
thank
trained
you.
the town guard well.
Anyway, I'm going to leave the two guards and walk out of the mansion.
Yeah, and you get away scot-free. You're led out, and you kind of find your way out of the town. And there, you begin to see the talked about trebuchet. It's not what you expected. Rhiannon, Alfie, and Trieze, you all recognize this certain stone giant.
Oh, fuck, there's a bloody stone giant. Now we're definitely going to get fucked.
You recognize this as the stone giant you saved all the way back in the north. All the way
I'm glaring
back.
at him with intense hatred.
Yeah, he kind of like... He looks down at Rhiannon as he kind of... As soon as he saw you guys, he will go, "Oh, my lady." And he goes right to his knees and hands before you as he kind of grovels. As soon as Rhiannon, you get there first. Again, all tandem like stuff going on. He goes to say, "I'm so sorry for how I treated you before. I had no idea who you really were. But at the same time, you know, anyway, I was being such an idiot. Please don't forget me in your dreams." Well, you blinked out again for us,
Yeah,
Rhiannon.
you cut out.
I just sort of went, okay, sure, buddy. What?
Alfie's going to take a moment to look at you, Trieze, and she's just going to have a smirk as she's kind of like, well, now we have a friend now. And he's going to help us bust our friends out. See how it pays to not kill everything?
Shut up or I will blight you.
She's gonna hold this proud moment despite any threat you're gonna make. Anyway, no, Seven is like, apparently this fella has been searching far and wide, finding a way to pay you back for sparing him, it seems.
When was this?
This was all the way
It's
back when you...
Trieze got his legs crushed.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
I'm literally all the good things. All the good things today.
Wait, you're saying that Trader's in a bad mood? Never.
Well, I'm sorry if this arc doesn't seem like a never-ending shit parade for me.
Just the bullying Trieze arc.
Anyhow, he will just continue to be like that, and he goes, please, I'm so sorry. I actually don't. I only heard it from this one, this small folk. It says your name is Rhiannon?
Yep, that's me. Hello.
I'm so sorry that, you know, I mean, I'm so sorry that we attacked your grove. You have to understand, we all felt like we were going mad. We all felt like we had to listen to her. We had to believe that you were tainting our thoughts with violence and crazy imagery. We thought that you were guardians of the earth, but I think that you are noble destroyers, aren't you?
Perhaps we're not just friends with everyone. You know, we just sort of welcome everyone to our party, to our midst, and help.
That's because you're talking.
I wouldn't really say that. Sounds like out.
Yeah.
Yay! Why is my internet like this? Wait,
Oh, and again.
Yep.
My brain's gone blank. What did I just literally say 2 seconds?
You were just saying we are all inclusive. We allow.
Yeah, we're just
friendly.
basically just like really, which is nice.
Mm.
He looks at you with confusion as he's like, I'm sure that in your eternal hellfire that you consider the killing of tortured surface dwellers as nice, but well, I'm not one to imagine your will.
Ask who he's talking about, because he said she's and all that.
Well, I'm a bit different since joining this group, let's say.
Okay.
Ask who he's talking about.
I'll disconnect quickly.
It would really help if you weren't disconnecting so much, but it can't be helped.
Yeah, but that was me deliberately disconnecting just to see if it helps.
Okay, I follow.
But
He mentioned something about she told us, like, about this shit. Ask him who he's talking about.
it's like, but who would that she be?
That would be that's Fane
Would that be-
Kayla that's Fane Kaelifica.
Cool. That's probably someone we have to
It's the person we're on our way
at
to
some
kill.
point. Yeah, Trieze. Don't look suspicious.
He basically says she is our spiritual leader of the dreams of the surface world. She told us that it's down to your druids that have created this world and have quietly slept underneath its low-hanging branches, and you have dreamt of all this evil that happens inside. It's also the reason that your dreams are so powerful and we have no way of defeating you. I mean, she believes that to destroy you is the only way, as you're so mighty. Even now, your creations walk and breathe as if they are real as well.
Oh. God, my brain's dying today. So sorry if my brain's
Basically,
dead.
she basically just say like she's bullshitting and that. Like,
Yeah.
we're good people.
So exactly. Maybe finding where she got this information. I think she may have been telling some lies to you, unfortunately. Because we are
So that puts him in a very
Just use
awkward
dreams as
situation.
healing.
Now that puts him in a very awkward situation as he's half like he doesn't want to say a bad word about either. He's just very grateful that you've saved him, but he also happens to hold some quiet reservations about mistrusting Fane Kaelifica. It's more a matter that he is afraid of you. Genuinely afraid of you. And he won't disagree with you, but he won't say anything either.
The concept that he is afraid of a little dwarf when he's a stone.
Yes?
You're a druid, give him a flower.
Yeah.
Or you could play it up
Yeah,
and
actually,
be like, you should spread word of my greatness to your brethren.
Yes, I am most badass. Look at me with my fucking flower crown.
Don't do flower crown.
No, they must know of my fearsome flower crown.
Well, actually, when he sees the
You see,
boars, you
and I
know,
burn you.
when he sees Beelzebub, Bob, and
God.
whoever you said, those definitely, absolutely, like, make him shrink back, and he kind of just tries to scoot a little bit further away from them, afraid of what might happen if he gets too close to them.
Don't worry, they're babies. Like, they tried to get a hand earlier. That's like,
Yeah, they're still hungry for hand, and he is quite afraid of them. He can't help it. He's trembling, looking at them.
maybe about
Trieze is just looking
just,
at this
just
whole
like
scene and
awkwardly
is
holds
like,
one up. It's like, look
really?
at the
The giants are terrified of the pigs.
baby.
This
Terrified
flips
of
logic.
both Rhiannon and the pigs. It's
Well,
fine.
elephants are scared of mice, aren't they? In like TV tropes and that.
That's a trope, though, isn't it? This is a giant. It has
It is a
brain.
story still. Tropes are allowed.
Yeah. But the giant will basically shrink back to the boars and will say, no, please, Miss Rhiannon, don't send your dreams my way. I promise, I don't mean you any harm. I would never think to harm
Only
you.
good dreams for you if you help us save No, not save me. Save Rowan. Fuck. Save our friends.
Well, I owe you a debt, or else I would have been lost in
Nothing bad will come your way.
Yes, of course. And the Seven is like, well, that was all needless. He was already on par, but I suppose having some extra incentive. Still, I'm quite surprised. I didn't know you'd left such a chilling bone with these stone giants, Rhiannon.
I didn't think so either, but...
Careful of Severin's chilling bone.
Oh no, get that filth out.
Oh, wow.
Some things happened with my circle whilst in my absence, whilst I was off fighting giants, I suppose. And trying.
Anyhow, this giant, like, picks up what you thought would be too big a boulder for even him, and he just, like, huffs and lifts it up as much as it was like a medicine ball, and it is gargantuan in size. It just really is so large, it seems ridiculous as a boulder. But yeah, Seven will be like, when the morning sun rises, your friends shall be out, although this is my cue to leave you all. I'll need to be getting on with the old, lock picking and what have you. Still, I'll leave you to it. And with that, your stone giant friend is left there, holding this boulder, as Seven takes his leave of you. Back to Rowan and Toruh. You have just borne witness to this stone come flying across, breaking apart the magnificent tower that you're kept into. It falls short of, breaking the dais that you're all tied to, and you reckon this was purposely done so that the boulder throw wasn't going to harm you in the process. Needless to say, however, this now wakes you up, Toruh. You are exhausted, you are very tired, and yeah, you are in a lot of... you're just exhausted. That's just really all it comes down to. You're as exhausted as any creature can be before they are dead. and you do not get any sort of benefit from a long night's rest.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's bloody boulder through the wall and...
Oh shit, how's your hand?
Gone.
Oh.
The cat took it.
Oh, what? Oh shit. Oh fuck.
It's at this point that Severin steps in as he goes, well, fighting off your ex isn't going to be fun. Still, that was all what it comes with.
Think I enjoy it? That's why
Alright, you can't.
Anyway.
But nonetheless, I imagine you had some sort of hand in this?
I get it.
He's going to be saying, that's really not the time for puns. You got to start making tracks. And he is going to start quickly trying to lockpick as he goes, couldn't get the key, it seems. Your ex is holding on to that. Califica is, Jacinthia is holding on to that one. Makes sense.
Oh, she would. But, as if you don't laugh, you cry, and I think I've done enough of that for one night.
He is like, yeah, all good. I hope you're in mind of thinking about how to get this lump out. He needs to get moving.
Hello.
Well, get rid of this bloody ball, and, I'll have him right as rain in no time, I imagine.
The ball won't be able to get moved. It's a matter of getting you out.
Fair enough.
Bugger.
Willpower it is.
Yeah, I'm not having much luck with this lock. You guys are going to need to start going out and jumping.
Brilliant! Well, I suppose, regardless of what happened, I'm probably going to end it with her, so... I've got nothing to lose anymore!
Oh, wow.
Let's dive out the bloody window!
Great. You're going to have to pick him up then and dive out with him. And he is going to disarm himself with some 2 daggers as he's going to go, oh boy, I need to be paid more. And he starts going up the stairs. Now, the sphere is free from the dais, but you are not free from it. You are still stuck on a ball and chain, and Toruh is still stuck to that chain, unable to move. But you are free to move from the dais.
Severin, just use my fucking sword on the damn chain.
He's already off at this point.
Well,
You cunt.
Random,
Look, Rowan, just try and swing this damn sword. Or this hand axe.
It's worth
I have a
mentioning
feeling
that,
Toruh's going to lose an arm.
it's worth mentioning that chain is looking super ornate. Some might say like dwarven made, mixed with like artistic sort of elves. It's the kind of thing the bards will sing of, honestly.
I'm just going to try and tug at it with all my might with what little strength I have.
You can't even lift the chains. You are that weak. It can't.
Do you even lift, bro?
It can't
Usually.
It can't be stated enough, Toruh. You are so weak. You weren't this weak when you were born.
Right.
Toruh was a hench baby.
Yeah, you
First
had a
off-
power level of 500.
Can Rowan attempt a, frustration-fueled kind of strength thing to just kind of drag the ball along and hopefully Toruh with it?
The ball isn't actually that heavy. It's more like it's a hollow, sphere with this crystal suspended in the middle of it. And, it's actually just, hollow aside from that tiny little gem of a crystal. And, it is quite easy to lift. It's just a matter of the Toruh that's attached to it.
Okay, well, strength roll to drag Toruh to the big gaping hole in the wall before,
Okay.
slicey hand chopper returns.
Yep.
Okay, what would I do? A straight strength roll for that?
Yeah, let's have an athletics check.
Okay. If ever there was time to get a magical crit, this would.
You got a magical crit of some kind!
Can I look it?
Yes, of course you can.
Yes!
You get 2. 16.
Yeah,
That's
so
something.
that's going to help out a bit. So yeah, you do drag it. Somewhere that one finds its way, you pull Toruh over to the edge along with the ball, and you slip. And you, Toruh, and the sphere all fall together. You then stop with a sudden arm-wrenching pain as you're all caught as the ball is held, or rather the whole connection is held, around an outcropping bit of rock that has been twisted away. It's also now that you realise that your friends are fighting off guards as you're standing, or rather you're held above 100 feet above the ground from this massive tower.
For fuck's sake.
There is a stone giant, however, down there, and he's basically up to the wall looking at you guys. He is half putting his effort with a great club fighting off some of the guards and such. But you just gotta take a jump, Rowan. But actually, you've gotta first shimmy your whole situation off from this ledge.
Well, it's not the first time I've jumped from a high place without any kind of guarantee of being able to save myself. So let's do this again.
Great.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to go without me for now.
Yeah, Toruh is just out of commission. That fall, in fact, no, you just pass out as the pain in your shoulders made you call out, or you would have if you had the lungs to do it with. You just pass out again, Toruh. Really, that's
Okay.
Right. So, in this situation, would it be possible to sort of shuffle and at least grab onto Toruh before we
So this is a situation where you are you are one-handedly holding the chain, and you're swinging across it to try and grab Toruh with what used to be a free hand, which is now a empty hand. You've got a stump you could kind of hug him with. You've got legs you can hug him with, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I was thinking more like legs. But might as well put these, beautiful pins to use.
You can give me an acrobatics check, as this is you swinging on a leash, as it were.
Oh yeah, this I can do.
No, this you can do. You link on with
Rowan
Toruh.
is very experienced in wrapping their legs around people.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. No,
now is not the time.
Now is definitely the time. If we don't find humour here, then Rowan's just gonna die.
Anyway, yeah, no, you absolutely wrap your legs tightly around Toruh. You're afraid you might crush his ribs, honestly. You feel them
powerful thighs save lives.
Yeah, you feel like his ribs are just springy. Just no firmness to them. They could just cave in if you wanted to. Truly.
Oh, no.
The purple light from the ball still shines down upon you as well. Anyway, with that check, you do grab onto Toruh. Now comes the matter of shimmying the ball and chain off that ledge of rock.
Okay. Would that be another acrobatics roll?
That would be an athletics roll this time. At disadvantage because you're now having to shimmy for Toruh's weight.
Okay.
You can use your thingy if you want to get advantage on it, or get the standard roll. Inspiration.
I don't have inspiration.
Oh, okay. Can I use it as an unconscious man?
Yeah,
okay,
you can.
cool. I'll use it to get the 20.
Yeah. No, so you manage with Toruh's swaying lump of a body. You finally begin to shimmy off, and in all of a matter of a second, you go from stationary to falling quite suddenly. That pit in your stomach rising as you're going into free fall, and you're really hoping somebody is going to catch you. I mean, it's at this moment as you're falling that the giant would otherwise
catch me!
Yeah, he's looking like he's ready to catch you, but a fireball out of nowhere seems to strike him across his face, and the smoke kind of covers over him, and he can't see you at all.
Yeah, Rowan's just gonna scream, and hopefully the sound of the scream will, make it very clear where the two of them are.
Yeah.
So,
your Tresium flies up through the air and seemingly lashes out to try and the Lucifer kind of grabs onto the nape of your collar and tries to flap tries to flap desperately. They only reduce your fall speed by an extra 5 points or so, but no,
it's still something good, darling.
Yeah, it's still something. And you start moving through the fog of the fireball that just went through. You can't see anything going on, but you do feel yourself caught into a fairly dusty pair of huge hands. And Toruh is, well, you're holding on to Toruh, so he's actually not going to be dangling on the outside of that. He has, caught the pair of you together as you're hugging onto him. He clasps you in 2 hands, and he yells out, "We got him!" And then, somebody like Trieze is going to yell out, "Right, let's get the hell out of here." And your giant begins to flee you out of here. Fortunately, you are at the city limits, and you begin to follow the river, the Demisepirate river, rather. And he flees you out of there. You're pretty sure, Rowan, that you can already imagine the hateful, scornful expression of your jilted ex, as they would have probably seen the stone giant move out in the distance, and they will get that revenge by whatever means necessary. Anyhow,
well, it'll happen eventually, but for now, I'm running away again.
So with a day of fleeing, you are chasing down the river, and Seven nowhere to be found, but you have your stone giant friend in tow. When you get to what you believe is a safe spot, the giant will break the boulder that is nearby in half, will put one side, the flat side, sort of on the ground, with Toruh and you, Rowan, separated between it, and he will then use the other half to bring all of the might from a giant down onto that sphere, crushing it to pieces, requiring no magic, as this is all just brute strength. However, when the chains sort of all, break away, and you're left with the thing left over, there is still that tiny little gem, that tiny purple gem that is still in everybody's way. The giant goes to strike it again, but it doesn't break. It's no longer attached to any of you, but it seems impossible to break.
Can we, seal it away somewhere?
Very good question.
Is everyone with everyone now?
Yes, everyone is with everyone now.
I have a plan.
No.
Go on, eat it.
Now, it does not require me eating the gem, because I realised that would be detrimental. Here's your stuff back, by the way. You're not getting the rings back. That just said, just thank me when you're ready. I'm a Cragsmere now, and so I produced the hand, and it was delicious, by the way.
Now,
it's a little bit.
I want to warn you. I will let you eat this gem, and if you do eat it, I am not responsible for what happens next.
Do it. Go on.
I will not eat it. I'm not going to eat it.
Go on. You've got powers.
I'm going to pick.
I'll tell you that you won't die.
Anti-magic powers might come in helpful. I might explode, but I'm going to grab the hand, and I'm going to grab the gem, and I'm going to shove the gem inside the hand stump, so it's now a severed hand with a gem in its, under the skin of the palm.
Do you want a touch of anti-magic, literally? Is that what you're trying to do right now?
I think it might be right. All I'm thinking is like we could depower people with this touch. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
mainly all
it
of
might
us.
come in handy. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to be the one holding this, so yeah, I'm not going to use it on any of you. That would be silly.
Seriously,
But
dude,
all I'm gonna
I
say-
don't think you would. But what I think would happen is there will be a situation where, let's say, I don't know, let's pick Severin, because we all hate Severin. And he'll take it, or one of our enemies will get their hands on it, and you'll have a wizard with no power.
You are, for the while they're discussing this.
You
Just
have a
talking to
barbarian
Shinton.
with nothing. We'll have a cleric that can't heal. And we'll have like a bard who can't use spells, and it will just
And
be
is very
stupid.
offended.
Therefore, I will look after this. Like I give my word as a Cragsmere that I will look after this D-magic powering hand.
Since when are you actually a Cragsmere?
He's not. That's the
Funny
point.
story about that. I'm a Cragsmere now. I've worn this ring, and I convinced a lot of people that I'm a Cragsmere, so I'm just going to roll with it.
And Toruh thinks he's a demigod. So what?
Yeah, but the thing is, if he's still is he still unconscious?
Yeah.
Yes, he is, because you still haven't got this gem away from him. And I'm telling you now, the light.
I'm
from
just
that
going to
gem-
pick up the gem. I'm going to pick up the gem. I'm going to shove it in the hand.
You do that, and it still radiates its dark glow through the veins and through the skin as you create this horrible, like, anti-magic hand, but it still doesn't hide its glow and pierces through skin.
Well, that's
Oh,
that.
Okay. Can I cover it with anything?
Trieze, when you saw that gem being brought across in a box, it was made, and I'll explain this. It's a gem of anti-magic. It permeates the material realm and all of its components. That little box was actually far
A box of
more
anti-magic.
ingenious. It was a
Okay.
box of supreme magic. It was a box that was so thickly stuffed to the brim with magic, raw magic, that it actually could continue to hide the glow of the anti-magic.
Well, we're fucked then.
It might have, like, extra dimensional properties involved with that box, but other than that, very difficult to say.
I know. I've got what we can do. No, it won't work because magic doesn't work on it.
Hmm.
Okay, we are fucked then.
See, there's the option
Can we not
of like.
put it?
All magic.
No, you go. You go.
This thing is like a nuke, okay? This thing radiates through shit. If it isn't made out of lead, or in this case, like a block of raw magic, we're kind of screwed. So, yeah.
Can we figure out like the radius of its effect? Like,
Oh.
how
Yeah, you knew
but
that
we
the
still have to
moment
break
you.
through
Yeah, you
the
knew that the
dwarf
moment you
crafted
tried it
chains.
in the courtroom. It is a radius of 30 feet.
Okay, so it might be.
I'm going to
reasonable-
walk 30 feet away from them.
Toruh finally
That means
breathes
we're gonna be
life back
yelling.
in. But Toruh, your experience has not, left you fully recovered. You will take 1 point of exhaustion for the day that you have been under this thing's effects.
Okay.
But you do go right back into your fully rejuvenated state.
What the fuck was that? Get it away, keep it away, and bury it in a fucking pile so no one will ever find
It
it.
won't work, mate.
What are you talking about? Just bury it.
Right, I'll explain it. That is basically an orb of fuck you magic.
Yes.
Okay? The box it was held in was a box of this is so much magic you can't fuck us. magic.
Yes.
So if it's not a box or some sort of container of this is absolute magic you can't fuck you magic,
Yes.
that orb's going to go right through it.
Yeah, so bury it.
What if we bury it
I have a
like
better idea.
beyond 30 feet underground? So then
What
the
part of-
yeah.
No.
I should have not given them this possibility to have such a OP item in their possession. But they had become OP, and I wanted this narrative-wise. Ah, jeez. The troubles of being a DM. I'm gonna have to bullshit this until they give up on the gem. This may take an hour.
No, I've got a plan.
Go for it.
I'm shouting this.
What?
I produce my family's amulet. It's my ancient tiefling family heirloom, which I do have, by the way, Luke.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. I do have it, and it is like past the generations of the family.
Okay.
And you say, what if that would this work? Would this essential amulet encase the
No.
gem?
No.
I mean,
Is the magic-
the amulet is of a size that the gem could fit into because it's a tiny, tiny
But
gem.
it,
So you can try.
the magic permeates through everything that isn't that box. So what I'm saying is, bury it, leave it here, buried, and then we never come back to it.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
The giant is like,
how
I
much do we
can
care
do
about
that.
the giant? How much do we care about the giant?
Not at all.
Just bury it. Just leave it here. No one else will know. You won't fucking care, will you?
No, it doesn't affect me, but yeah.
I'm gonna do an insight check real quick.
No, absolutely. He's being
never mind.
completely honest.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
have
said
put
it.
in subtitles, Shintin Toruh Attorney at Large.
I
Wow.
may have done, yes.
I can see that on all your rolls now.
Perfect.
Wow. Okay.
All right, Mr. Debbie Downer over here. Fuck you now.
I want
I
to
like
keep
it.
this gem, though.
Look, we don't need it. It's gonna fucking kill me. It's gonna stop us from doing everything. Just bury it and we'll leave it here. No one else has to know about it.
Your bro to be dying every 10 minutes. Because that's what it's doing. It's killing him.
It's not killing him right now.
Dude, just
Every time that thing is pulled away from him, it keeps weakening him. How many points of exhaustion are you on, Toruh?
one.
One. So,
I was on. I'm in. I go.
and this
Yeah,
thing
I'll
gets
go very bad
close
in a
to
minute.
5.
Yeah, no one knows what that means.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say, it's basically killing him.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's quite clear that he was at death's door.
Hang on.
Yeah.
It's just,
Zaron,
If you really
just,
want to
just
keep
leave it
it,
there.
you're gonna
I
have to
could
stay.
punch him and he would die. That's against the
I am
laws of
going to
nature.
walk off quite far from the party and look for a place to bury this.
So you're actually right by the river, and the river could continue to carry it for a good while away. So if somebody was to try to scry it and to try and
That's
pick it
actually
up,
a better idea. Throw it in the river.
yeah. It
Yeah,
could
but
be
the thing
continuously on
is,
the
like-
move, eaten by some fish,
No.
maybe?
If it ends up on my plate, I will.
I sort of want to bury it in private, and I will bury it. I'm not gonna pretend to
Before
bury it.
Trace goes away, I'm gonna say,
Trace
hey
is
mate,
standing right next to you, man.
not Trace, sorry. Before Zaron goes away, I'm gonna say, hey mate, just throw it in the river, and I'm gonna cast Friends.
You're gonna cast friends?
Yeah,
How do you have friends?
A good question.
magic
How does he have
initiate.
friends?
magic
Wow.
initiate.
Okay, cool. Wow. Wow. Okay, so it seems as though you can make a.
Wait, this isn't the Friends spell.
Yeah, this seems like there's something
Would
else. there.
the spell even work?
This
Oh,
seems
I've got
like-
anti-magic.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, good
No,
point.
it
Basically,
will not
Friends gives you like an automatic pass on persuasion rolls, but they know about it when it's finished. That's not the Friends spell.
Well, yeah, I get that. But
And
yes,
this is
so Toruh. Oh yeah, Toruh, you get up close to your friend and you start to die
No, I
again.
don't get up close to him. I'm just doing it from about 30 feet away.
He
Which
just
is the
sees
exact
you-
range
he
that
just
it would have.
sees you starting to I am your friend now, Luke. You just give him like a Jedi mind trick trying to thing, and he's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, dude, I know what you're up to. I'm a tiefling. We have some cantrips like that."
The Jedi mind tricks do not work on the team.
Oh, that's
only
great.
me.
Just throw it away, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. I do want to do this in private though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to do it in private.
Oh, jeez.
Why do you want to do it in
I'm
private?
not going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of it.
Then why do you want to do it in private? Just bury the thing where you are.
Okay, whatever. Just go and bury it. I don't give a shit right now.
Right.
All right, fine. In the
going to-
interest of moving the plot forward, I will let him bury it in private.
No,
Yeah, you can do stuff. I'm gonna walk a ways away. You can continue. I'm just gonna go and look for a place to get rid of it.
No, that's fair enough. You go right to the bank side, Zaron, and the floor here is nice and soft and easily malleable. You could easily dig your way around this bank if you so chose. Plus, for the sake of the team, you could make it look like you're throwing it in the river.
Yeah, I make it look like I've thrown it in the river, but really I'm burying it.
Roll
quite
deception.
deep.
No, awesome.
No, it'd be sleight of hand.
You can't. I'm really quite far away.
I'm
And
going
I
to
have
rule
eyes.
it that he does do this. He's asked to do it this way. Okay, you guys can play this out. You can get to a disagreement. We can spend half an hour or so on that.
No, I don't care.
Not
Yeah,
to
just
belittle-
carry
Yeah,
on.
just move it on.
So yeah, Zaron, you do plant it down. Now, what do you use to kind of mark this position for yourself? Because I believe that's what you intend to do.
Yes. First off, I just want to check if there's anyone watching us right now.
Well, they are, but from a
Yes.
distance that they're not going to tell anything, major apart.
No. Not any of the party. I'm just thinking of someone who might have, dipped out. So I'm thinking of Severin. I'm thinking if Severin followed us out and is watching me right now.
Give me a perception check. You don't believe so?
Okay. I bury the gem really deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I mark it with the infernal writing for friend.
Okay. Okay. Do you do this with like a farm?
By the way, it is. Sorry, say that again.
Do you do this with like the Thaumaturgy cantrip or something?
Yes.
Do you have the cantrip I talked about?
I
Yes, he
probably
does.
don't
Yes, he
have
does.
one.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, it is still in Rowan's hand, so I gave that a proper burial as well. Just saying.
Funeral for my career.
Sucks, doesn't it, when your cool stuff goes?
I know. I just love that you buried the hand with it, and they wanted to keep it to try and stitch it back on. Oh boy.
Yeah, or I was gonna send it off. That would have been useful to maybe convince the fam that it's dangerous.
Well, your hand
Maybe
is
get them
buried
on her
now.
Wait, that's gonna be a bit weird.
What? You cut out what?
Oh, I said you're still gonna have the hand. You might not have the hand you had, but you still have a hand.
Yeah, but I can't
Nobody
send
asked,
my
how
own
did you
hand.
lose your hand? Sure.
I can't.
I could always cut the other hand off.
I could have given you a zombie hand, Ryan.
Yeah, but I
Yeah, you
imagine a
probably-
zombie
Like
hand.
Thing,
wouldn't-
not Thing from Adam's family.
Yeah,
You
but
just have a hand butler.
I mean, sure, it would have cost me like a spell slot, but I did it for my legs. At least I can do
Yeah,
for my
but
team
then-
is give them a hand.
wouldn't you be controlling it then, though?
Oh yeah,
And
funny
there's also,
that.
yeah, and so that'd mean that Rowan would have to teach Trieze all the kind of handwork
Oh
for the
wow, we
instruments.
actually have to have character interaction.
I'm not
What a
gonna lie
shame.
to you, Trieze. I know there are stats for a skeletal hand.
I know it exists. I just don't care for it.
Aww.
I was
Okay,
trying to help out my
I-
teammate.
Well, I mean, if Trieze were to suggest it, Rowan might consider it. Because I imagine.
His mind's in now. I don't think he really suggests anything.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, it would be more kind of dexterous and easy to work with than a prosthetic, but all the same, you know, as long as Rowan has something to play stuff with, be great.
Anyway, Zaron, you successfully bury your stone.
And
Cool. I walk back and I just raise my hand saying it's all gone. It's in the river. It's gone. It's not going to harm us ever again.
Mm. Okay then. So with that,
can I roll insight?
I really want to, but I want to move the plot forward.
Yeah, sorry.
You can do.
Sorry.
Sure.
Nah.
Okay. I mean, he believes it's never gonna harm him again. So anyhow, with that being done, where do you guys decide to go next?
Allbar would be the most logical choice.
Now, Trace, you know this being a resident. Allbar is just a site. It's not even a working town or anything. It's just what remains of one. It's far removed from civilization, and it used to be an old village that overlooks the river, but it does provide a crossing over the river. But Rhiannon, your memory serves you that your task is to go to Deadstone Cleft in the Grey Peak Mountains. Or you guys don't have to cross over and you could try to find Parnas.
Go into a boss fight whilst our bard has, and again, I don't want to make puns tonight, with their hand tied behind their back, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well,
do we have to be within a teleportation circle to cast teleportation circle?
Yes.
Well, yes, but you can make that teleportation circle. It works as you, Trace, draw a circle by which to begin your spellcasting. You draw the site you intend to go to. So
Okay, so where would you guys want to go ideally?
and
I'll tell you if I've got the rune for it.
Right. My revenge.
question. Would Rowan know where the nearest harpers might be?
That'd be Loudwater.
Yep, that will be at Loudwater with the guy underneath.
We're not going back
pub.
there ever again.
Okay, so aside from Loudwater,
Everland, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, and Mirrorbar.
And Yata.
Yeah.
The limitation is that when you teleport back to this region, you're going to be in Loudwater, and you're going to be wanted criminals again.
Oh joy. Alright, what about the other place on the map? What about Lorakath? Or Parnas?
Oh yeah. And Parnas still has the site where you're looking to deal with Blagofkus, the cloud giant that killed his son back in the shrine of the Allfather.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Does it have the
What's in Parnas? Well, I care about it, so what's in Parnas?
Well, a proper cloud giant that apparently killed his son.
Can I make a history check or something about Parnas? See if it's there's anything there that's worth knowing about, or...
Sure. Okay.
I said me, but okay.
Consider it a help action.
No, you made it quite clear you weren't interested at a trace. So for Toruh, let's see. I also want to make a note that I have prepared for such an eventuality if you go to Parnas. It's an unremarkable village between the foothills of the Grey Peak Mountains and the Weathercoat Forest. And that's really it. It is literally unremarkable. Except from what the cloud giant ghost had said to you.
Okay. Well, we have to go anyway. I mean, we can sort of just root Goldberg some kind of random thing that, like a plec hand or something that Rowan can use to play the lute or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you tie a strong enough stick to the wrist, they should be able to at least pluck the harp or something. Yeah.
I'm gonna take my Krieg rune off of Rowan's arm now.
Yeah, you can have it back.
Cool. And I'm gonna, next time we have a short rest, I'm gonna try and transfer it into the runestone.
You can do that now. This
Yeah,
is
right.
kind of a short rest period.
I don't want to make it obvious that I'm doing that though. I just sort of want to do it.
Okay. So, it's kind of a ritual thing, and you kind of, get this stone out. I suppose you take the wrap around Rowan's arm, and which was your cape, and then when you bring it into your own person, I suppose you quietly kind of seclude yourself from the others, probably while Zaron is digging the stone away, and you begin to put the Krieg rune back into the stone itself.
Yeah, cool.
And you do this exactly as hoped.
Okay, cool. And then I just want to put the cape in my pack.
Yeah, okay. You do so.
Cool. Does the rune still work as it being attuned to me, or do I need to have it in the cape?
It will take an hour to attune to, but yeah, you will have enough time to attune to it.
Okay, cool. Checking.
You had a kind of gasp as if you knew something, Rowan.
Yeah, sorry, I posted it in the Discord. I don't want to be interrupting, but yeah, can Rowan attach their light crossbow to their forearm?
Or your wand?
Well, I mean, the wand is more dangerous, but you could. You'd have nothing to trigger the crossbow, but you could. Honestly, take the wand. It's easier to strap to you.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll do that instead.
So you stick the wand into the sore spot where your hand used to be. No, you
can't just tie it on.
No, just Rowan's gonna use a piece of a costume or something, like
I've got some
sash. I've got sashes, a bit more fashionable.
Yeah. Rope is a bit too broad for a delicate strap like this. That's needed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it hurts like fucking hell.
Well, yeah, I imagine it would. But not really strapping it to the stump, but strapping it to the forearm, so it's kind of it sticks up past the stump, but it's not actually poking into it.
Yeah, Alfie does the healing that she can, but she can't bring the hand back for it, and she.
No, but can she
She can't bring the hand back, and she can't attach the hand back to you. It will take her to be a higher level.
No, but can she ease any of the soring or something that?
She can do cure wounds, but natural rest will make this much better.
Okay.
On top of magical healing, which she will do. Anyhow, with that being done, you guys spend the night here. You rest up. The next day, you are uneventfully traveling through these mountain ranges.
I'm charging my wand.
Yep, you recharge your wand, and everybody gets their charges of things back. And you find the crossing you need for Orbar, and then you get up there. At some point during the night, your stone giant friend had left you, and yes, Zaron, when you go back to your site, your mark is still there. It looks untouched. Your stone giant friend did not take the anti-magic away. So,
cool.
You go there. You go over to Orbar, and you see a strange occurrence. There seems to be these, so every building here that you believe should be here are flattened, and every bit of iron and lumber have been destroyed completely and utterly. There is, however, a couple of stacks of stones that seem to be arranged in a pleasing way. They're creating a veritable forest of piled up stones, some as much as 20 feet tall, on the slopes where Orbar once stood. You kind of see a couple of goats milling around, and before you know it, a stone giant very quietly peeks around a corner. It is not the one you had just got help from. It seems to be another, and he looks at you all curiously, while the goats seem to follow him.
Hello? And giant?
He looks at you quietly.
I just hold my hands up and I'm not gonna hurt you if you don't plan to hurt us.
He looks at you quietly and he kind of raises his hands to mimic you, I guess.
I'm saying all this in giant as well. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What are you doing?
He looks at you quietly, but we'll grab another stone and we'll stack it upon some of the others.
Okay. I'm gonna fly up and have a look, see what he's. Is he like over a ridge, did you say, or is he just like on flat land just over from us?
He's on the slopes where the town of Orbar used to be, and he's like a very gentle giant moving through these creations of, stacked stone. When you fly up to him, he staggers back in a fear a bit, but he doesn't make any particular noise.
Okay. What are you doing?
He already points to the stacks of stone that are around here.
Okay. Why are you doing that?
He just kind of gives you a very quiet, no answer.
Can you not talk? Shake your head if you can't talk.
He shakes his head very slowly.
Can you not talk because of like your tongue's out, or can you not talk because someone's not letting you talk? So hold up 2 for the latter.
Hang on. Yeah. So he kind of just looks in confusion, but he kind of opens his mouth. He shows his grey, dark maw with his grey, purpley tongue, and you can see it's all fine there. But
Okay.
yeah, when you ask him, is anybody stopping you? He just can't answer.
Not if it's magic.
He can't answer.
So he can't nod, or
It's not like he physically can't, it's just that he doesn't
Just
seem
doesn't.
to understand what you're putting to him. How? Well, yeah.
dreams. Something to do with dreams.
He just doesn't give an answer.
Can I just make a perception check to see around him if he's the only one?
Yeah, absolutely. He is the only one, aside from the 6 goats that seem to be following him.
Okay.
The goats. Clearly
Does
the goats
anyone
are preventing them from speaking.
Does anyone have to speak with animals?
Hang on.
Let's see if Rhiannon prepared it.
Oh, is that a spell? I don't think that's a spell. Is that a spell?
It is
It
a
is.
spell, yeah.
Shit, it is. I don't have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
Damn
They,
it.
they never think to have it prepared.
Well, it's always something that you forget in it when you do something like that,
Yeah.
right? So,
It's always the utilities too. But yeah.
So, I'm gonna go down to the goat and be like, "All right."
The goat continues to eat some grass between the stones.
This is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna fly past him.
Okay.
See if he does anything if I do that.
He turns around to watch you, and so do his goats, but he doesn't take any action to stop you.
I'm going to make an Arcana check.
Certainly.
I'll assist. I don't really need to.
He is a stone giant who seems to
No,
not like talking.
is there any sort of magic placed on him or around the area?
No, not at all.
So he's just being quiet to be a dick. Great.
If that's how you view it.
Fucking.
He might be scared. I'll offer him a ration pack if he wants to eat something. I'm like, all right,
He
do you want
curiously
some food?
inspects it, and he understands that you're offering it to him, so he will eat it.
Okay. So we're friendly. You're friendly too, right? Nod if you agree.
He can't answer, but he doesn't give a no.
Why can't he answer? So it's not like he won't answer, it's he can't answer.
I think it's more like he won't answer because
Oh, okay.
you're not asking the right questions, I suppose.
What's your name?
He looks like he's thinking, and he's trying to find a way to express it. So he writes it out on the ground, and he writes his name being Zork. Zorkh. In giant.
Zork, where's Cody? Sorry.
Okay.
The Sweet Life of Zork and Cody.
I remember it. It was cool at its time.
So, Zork.
Jesus.
Zork's your name, yeah? What? How long have you been here alone?
He tries to think on that, but he will continue to think, trying to remember, until you stop him with another question.
I don't know what the right question is.
Ask him what prevents him from answering, maybe.
Well, no, I've asked him that.
Yeah, but he didn't write anything then either, did he?
Yeah, but I don't think he can write much. Okay, what can you tell me what stops you from speaking?
He can't seem to find an answer for that.
Okay, so it's either he's not telling us or he doesn't know.
What happened here?
He will look around at the town, and to that answer, he will pick up another stone that he has stacked elsewhere, and he throws it towards the rising slopes where the mountains begin to show. The boulder crumbles, and the huge stones begin to roll down the sides of the slope, but he gives no answer.
So an avalanche.
It out.
I'm just going to say Thane KL Southie or whatever her name is.
Kaelithica.
There we go, Kaelithica.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that, Thane Kaelithica? Do I get any response?
You see some recognition in there.
Are you friends with her, or do you not like her?
He will try to answer. He knows something, but that question doesn't sit quite right for him.
How do I get you to speak?
He gives a shrug.
Would you like to come with us? Try and see if we can get you to speak?
He kind of brings his hand up slowly, and he uses his index finger, I think that's right, or your forefinger, and he kind of just points around in all directions, waiting for you to stop him.
What are you doing?
He looks at where he's
trying to
pointing.
ask, which way?
You could give me an insight check, Rowan.
Alright, we'll do. So we'll do things in the way. Insight. Ta-da.
Yeah, so you think that's just enough to perceive that he is asking which direction you intend to go.
Oh, towards Deadstone Cleft to the north, and I click my boot to see which way is north.
Oh yeah, you orientate yourself if the mountains weren't orientation enough, and so was the river. But yeah, you do that. You spin while even up in the air. And,
okay, and I point towards the northeast.
Yeah, you see some recognition there, and he begins to walk on. He begins to walk down the river as his goats follow along after him, and he begins to go that way.
Okay. What time is it, by the way, right in the game?
In midday.
Okay.
Now he will begin to lead you on. His footsteps are incredibly silent. They barely make any more than a rustle. If anything, the goats make more noise than he does, as he very quietly, with smooth efficiency, sort of take one step into the next, as he begins to follow the Logren River.
Okay.
Basically, he will turn around and he will wave you to come follow him as he leads on.
Shall we just follow?
You can choose not to, but he's certainly
I'm talking
you.
to the party. I mean, I think we should follow, but what do you guys think?
Why not?
My answers.
We ain't got any other leads, so yeah, we'll follow him.
Zaron, any thoughts?
No.
I have no thoughts whatsoever in my head. Don't ask me these inconvenient questions.
Very well.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, like what? What harm could it do?
I think we should kill him.
Yeah, of course you do.
Trieze, that's your answer to every.
And it works every time.
You're sounding like Ravy Carr now, my friend.
Hey, unfortunately, I was wrong when I made my arguments against him. I'm man enough to admit that. I was wrong. We should have killed the lot of them.
Wow, nice. Okay, so then, you guys begin to get led on by this giant. Rhiannon, during your sleep that night, you feel like you can feel like a soft hum in the air. You can feel very much like so you know about REM sleep, and you know how it's like described as waves and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like on an electrogram or something. Well, that feels very much like you are a beach, and you feel as though each of these gentle breaths that this stone giant makes as it sleeps in a sat upright position kind of sends these like soft rolling motions of this like dreamlike energy that you feel you could dive in and swim into if you so chose. It's very much like this for all individuals, but in this stone giant's case, it feels like there's a lot going on there that you feel you could poke your own mind into. If you're there, Rhiannon, say something. We are not hearing anything, Rhiannon.
Pardon? Oh,
There
sorry.
we go.
Hello, sorry, I cut out. You cut out a bit, so I didn't realise.
Right, we were just saying
What's
that
happening?
you feel as though you can pick up and sense the like the mental mind waves that are coming from this sleeping stone giant.
Right.
You feel as though you could metaphorically go for a swim into the...
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, can I enter his dream?
Yeah, you feel as though you can.
Is that
Do
a
it.
thing I can do?
Do it.
Fuck it. We might get some info.
Mm,
I'm going in, guys.
I'm going in deep.
yeah.
Just pictured Rhiannon running at his head.
Into the Matrix.
That's not how it works. I have to sleep.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You begin to sleep and, or rather, into this
Sleep
deeper
on
state.
It's my fascinator.
What's that?
I said someone to cast sleep on me, so it quickens it up. Just knock me out, guys.
Sure, I'll do it.
No, you're not. Jesus, like. So.
Yeah, you are able to completely have control of your own lucid dreams, and you can pick all this
Sweet.
stuff up as you dream and as you sleep. And as you begin to like enter into this stone giant's headspace, you can feel once again the spirits of your other dream druids sort of drawn over to this area. The mountains seem to all collect their thoughts and emotions like rain that filters into a mountain basin, and where the water will collect into these rivers. But in this case, the rivers are the tears that will no longer be shed in the material realm by those that meant well but ended up dying to these stone giants. It is in this backdrop that you give way to this world and you fall into the stone giant's psyche. Inside there, you begin to see how giants see the world. You see mountain. So firstly, everything appears very much like it's time-lapsed. Like the sun, the moon continue to flick in and out rapidly, and your eyes feel like they could hurt from how bright the sun comes up to how dark the moon suddenly takes it to contrast. You see the shapes of smaller animals being eaten by larger creatures, while the larger creatures seem to morph and swell and grow, while they then sort of separate into two and continue on their way like this. You continue to see mountains beginning to like descend and to regrow here and there as the passage of eons seems to go by. As you continue on into this mindscape, you begin to get some of the quiet expressions of this stone giant. In here, the stone giant is carefully tinkering away at something in the rock. Something in the rock of his own subconscious. He seems to be carving something.
Can I decipher what it is so far?
Certainly. It seems though he has thoughts and ideas of creating some carvings of some goats.
Oh, just bloody love some goats, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's that or sheep, isn't it?
Is there any significance between goats and giants?
No, not in particular.
Just communicate with him.
You also can see
or am I just an observer?
You also see some ideas about, looking at Olbar. You can see the empty slopes of desolation now being filled up with this forest of 20-foot tall columnar stones. And you can see him there, kind of going through this, his own creations, through a twilight of a day, with a gentle, setting sun casting long shadows. And these long shadows fill up the spaces between the other tall bits of stone that he has assembled, so that the shadows in the stone shall work as an interesting piece of art to one another.
Yeah. Yeah, can I communicate with, just...
Yeah, you could absolutely try to commune with him if you like.
Okay, I approach him very cautiously, even I want to wake him up by frightening him. So I approach cautiously, hands in front of me, and just call out a greeting. Just hello.
He will reply back with, this goat shall look very marvellous. I'm very confident that it's going to be a very pretty goat. And I'm going to make it really fine. You got to get the little chin hairs. You got to make the chin hairs look pretty good if you can. That's the mark of a good workmanship. You got to get the finer details.
Okay. You like goats, I can tell.
Well, goats are... I've had them around me now, so time to make some art for them, I guess.
Oh, what's yours?
What's that?
Your name?
My name is Zork.
Oh yeah, Zork, fuck, I forgot you could have said that. Oh yes, but we haven't.
And he begins to carve his name in the stone, and he puts it there as he goes. There we go. Now I'm not just saying
Zork.
it; it's actually real. My name is Zork.
Yes. Do you know why you can't speak in the real world?
He kind of looks very confused by that. This is a dangerous topic when discussing real world to dream world to dream world living stone giants. That being said, however, this is all just part of the waking nightmare that is the surface realm. So he kind of goes, I guess I am dreamwalking now.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can speak because I've had no practice.
Wow.
That's deep, man.
Okay.
Ask him why he's there alone or something. Ask him why he's in old bar, alone or something.
Sorry, it's a bit ditzy.
Oh, hello? Yeah.
Hello. I'm only hearing
Sorry.
bits of words from you, sorry mate.
I was saying ask him why he was in old bar alone or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you alone?
You cut out, but I know what you're asking. So he will say that seemed like a good place to do some art. It's peaceful. Nobody's here. I can work quietly. Though I know why you're asking me. You look just like the one in the dream world. It's all the dream world, actually. It makes sense I would see you here. It's very confusing. I still have a lot to learn on the surface. Well, Deadstone Cleft would be a home for me, but it's cursed now.
Right. Were you banished?
No, I don't quite remember what I did. I just know that it's cursed and I chose to leave it.
What does the curse do?
What curse?
He shrugs, is just like, it's been too long, I can't remember. And he kind of like gets up and he starts to walk around in his own subconscious. You can see that he's made a carving in this like wall, and this wall seems to continue to extend on and on and on as he goes, maybe I jotted it down somewhere here. If you carve it in stone, it can't go away. And you begin to follow him for what feels like an entire day. As you can see various other carvings of birds and other stones, and you can see carvings of intricate patterns of like clouds and a sun bursting through the clouds. You can see carvings of the river, and you can see carvings of what he can imagine if he put his like stone towers across the river. You see carvings of all that he felt and all that he thought. You see his whole consciousness displayed and catalogued across this huge ongoing slab of stone. But you don't get to a point where you find why Deadstone Cleft is cursed. He will go on to say, I remember remembering that it's cursed, and that's the power of carving it in stone. Even if you forget where you carved it, you can always come back and find it in due time, but it will never erode. It will stay there forever.
Right. Okay, so
ask him if he can like help us to like rid his land from the curse or something.
Can you help us? Could
Us? It's just you and me.
Curse? In the dream realm, I have friends. Do you remember them?
He like slides his whole conscious across like a stone slab, and he gets up to a point where he can remember seeing some visions of you guys, and he made sure to carve it, and he can see your descriptions. And he goes, ah yes, I'm taking these 5 to Deadstone Cleft. Yes, that's right. I'm taking them there. That's where they wanted to go.
Could you help us?
I am helping you.
Okay.
Ask him like what this place is to him. Like, what does it make him feel?
What is this? Is this like, is this place special to you?
Basically, he will say, you tell me. You're the one creating all this.
Oh no.
Rhiannon specifically, or
yeah,
like...
it's only him and Rhiannon in this mental construction.
This is your creation, isn't it? You did all the drawings here. You've written things down.
He will like he will like reach down for you, and he will suddenly like turn you around, and behind you, Rhiannon, you see like where you never thought, like just behind your back, you can see like boars that are angrily jumping with like angry, horrible, purple, dark worms with red glowing eyes piercing through the massive, vicious, dark worms between them. All the worms wiggling like a corpse that has been so utterly stuffed with maggots that the corpse can't even contain them anymore. On top of that, what you just saw of the world prior, of the sun falling into the sea, and the sea evaporating and steaming up into the sky, including the sudden destruction of landscapes, and the sudden killing of giants mass rivers of blood that go into the sea, that go into the sky, and all of their bodies being collected into a pile that can then be eaten by the boars, and it's just a madness that seems to all be orchestrated by boars that dig into the ground, and boars that seem to drink water and puff them back out as the steam goes up into the clouds. You see the whole workings of almost the entire world, and you see these boars that have these dark wiggling maggots and red burning eyes that seem to be orchestrating it all. They all seem to be organizing it all, and they seem to be the cornerstones of organizing the natural order of the world. And yet you see them all burning with hatred and burning with anger and rage.
Touch the boar or something if you can. See what happens.
Yeah, that's like, well, that's new to say the least. Yeah, she like reaches out towards one of the boars.
Yeah, like one of these boars doesn't turn on you. You get closer and it doesn't turn on you at all. You get closer still and it doesn't turn on you. You get so close that you can smell the decay of death coming from it, as all of these slimy, dark maggots are thrashing about frantically. You feel quite afraid of what you're looking at, but still you can't help yourself. You feel drawn to it in some way. You touch into the grimy, maggoty flesh that seems to be around you, and it seems to engulf your hands suddenly. You're drawn into this being that your mind has somehow created, that this stone giant is telling you about, and it's going to say that you should have wrote your name out on some stone. That way you would remember it. And you begin to fall into this burning hatred you felt when you first discovered that your dream druids had been killed by the stone giants. You begin to feel the feral cry of you to turn into a boar, to go reap some savage, glutinous revenge on those that killed all of these others that are disrupting the natural order of the world. You feel yourself growing white hot with rage. The rage is so much you can't contain it into your body. These aren't maggots at all. These are extensions of your own hatred and your need for revenge that seems to spawn out from you. You don't believe that it's you, but they seem to keep telling you, commanding you to go out and kill. Go out and kill. Go out and kill. Everyone else.
I need to wake up.
No, everybody else. You are woken up by
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon squeals quite loudly as she begins to wild shape into a boar. Now, when she goes into this extra dreamlike space, the surrounding nature around her begins to grow and begins to turn lush and green and to like cover around the lot of you. But it seems to be green around the stone giant, and where she is, it seems all the greenery has turned dark with decay. It looks like Trieze has had his hand at it, quite honestly. But she's there.
Trieze does go.
Yeah, but she is there.
Looks like he's had his hand at it.
She's on the ground there, like rolling and thrashing, like punching the ground as she can't seem to wake up. And all of her other piggies begin to squeal but can't draw nearer to her. None of the animals will willingly draw nearer to Rhiannon right now, as there is like a radius of decay nearby her.
I'm going to run right up next to her.
Yeah, I think I'll join and see if I can help.
So when you go up to get there, she like completely looks right through you with red burning eyes, as it seems like her beard begins to grow, and so does her brown hair. Her little daisy crown begins to turn dark as they all decay and fall into her being. Her firm dwarf-like teeth begin to grow into long, sharp tusks that begin to extend out from her being as well, as she begins to grow larger before your eyes.
And I'm going to put a stop to that with Dispel Magic.
Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I need you to make me a spell. I need you to pass a check for me, please.
What kind of check?
Well, the DC equals 10 plus the spell level. I'm not gonna tell you the spell level, but it's higher than third.
So
Okay,
just roll a d20.
Okay, just to roll a d20.
Mhm.
Do I add my proficiency to that?
You do what the spell effect says. So, yeah. It doesn't say what you roll.
Oh no, it does. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, using your spellcast ability.
There we go.
So yeah, just
Oh, yeah,
make an
nice.
intelligence check, basically.
Oh, it's just an intelligence check.
Well, no, sorry. It would be a
Your
whatever.
spellcasting ability bonus.
Yeah. So your intelligence check plus your proficiency bonus, so like an arcana check or something. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, what I want is basically a spell attack, please. Well, it's basically the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. So that's a pass, and you do stop. You do stop Rhiannon's transformation. How long does the spell last for? Duration instantaneous.
It's basically a magical lockdown.
I do see it, but it says the duration is instantaneous.
Yeah, it means that you take that's like you use it and it's used up instantly because you just instantly dispel the magic that's there.
Yes, you do. And Rhiannon's transformation instantly stops. However, the moment afterwards, she continues right back on into it. Other forces beyond her control continue to force her into this form. And
Well, that was my
you
plan.
gave an interesting representation, Rhiannon, but I want you to consider this instead. For those of you that don't know, I am sharing Princess Mononoke boar with the black worms that seem to be slithering out from its being, with red piercing eyes looking out through them all.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hold them down.
Yeah, I'm just going to try choking her to see if she wakes up.
Ah, brilliant.
What the fuck?
Well, you know, he's stuck. So you
Well, magic isn't working, so violence is the next best option.
You're weak
Feels
as
like
fuck
the
is what I'm
magic
saying.
gem
Just-
would come in super handy right now.
I'll just use the butt of my halberd and press it against her throat.
So Rhiannon just like sort of lashes out at that. It seems like you've just triggered the exact thing that would be needed to help her find more rage, more reason to kill, more reason to fight. She
nice.
grabs. This is your father's halberd, right? The giant
this is
killer.
my halberd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will basically lash out with tusks and teeth and will grab the hilt at it. It will slice her own neck while she does so, but the blood is running black and she doesn't give two shits about it. And she basically throws it out of your hand into the side. Now, Rhiannon, you
Hello.
feel yourself in the middle of this mess. You feel yourself being taken over by this feral need and this inner anger that you're not quite dealing with as healthily as you could be. And it seems to be having a strong impact in this way, more so than you gave yourself credit for. I'll be after a very important charisma saving throw, please.
Ah, fuck.
And it's against your own spell save DC.
What's my charisma? Yeah. My spell save DC is 14.
Brilliant. So you fail and you begin to go gargantuan. You begin going to a size of 20 feet by 20 feet. In fact, yeah, you're 20 feet by 20 feet. And you begin to continue to grow out beyond all the rest of your others. You're waking everybody up at this point as you continue to swell and grow. And you're becoming this huge, massive boar with with red piercing eyes and with squirming maggots continuing to like flow around you and go through your pores and being. I'd like another charisma saving throw, please.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow!
Like I said earlier, I have -1 charisma in charisma thing. I have 8 in
2
total.
zeros. That's amazing.
That is.
I'm gonna print screen that. I'm print screening that. I'm gonna put that as the backdrop to the picture of the Photoshop.
Oh yeah, the thumbnail.
Yeah. I'm
gonna try like fly up to like face of it and just be like, Rhiannon, calm down. It's us. Calm down.
You hear these words, Rhiannon, but you are too far lost at this point.
Trying!
You are not. You with 2 nat 1s. You are not trying. You want to hurt these people now. You want to kill and maim everybody that's getting in your way.
There. Kill the giant over there. The giant's over there.
The giant is still sound asleep.
Completely and
utterly asleep.
Wake him up!
No.
I'd rather sacrifice the giant than sacrifice
No.
us.
Wake the giant up!
Yeah, wake him up. Yeah. Zaron, go wake up, Zork.
I'm gonna get my halberd.
I'm gonna run right at Zork.
Yes, the giant. Rhiannon, you hate giants. They've killed your family. They've killed those that took you in. They completely brought a fight to a bunch of peaceful, loving people that never deserved such a fate. They never deserved it. Every stone giant needs to die. You need to kill them. You will not be satisfied until you've ate them, until you've buried them, until you've burnt them. You will not be satisfied until every stone giant is dead. You turn
Hang on a
this
minute.
stone giant.
This might come in handy.
Just saw Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, you turn on this stone giant
Yes.
and you begin to charge him down. And I'm going to leave that episode there.